Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we take your pile of sources and really dig into them for the most fascinating nuggets of knowledge. Today, we're tackling something surprisingly common, nail fungus. You might actually be shocked by just how many people deal with this. And maybe more importantly, what effective natural solutions are out there that often get overlooked. We got a stack of research here, traditional wisdom, modern studies, even specifics on some products. Our mission, to give you a real shortcut to understanding the natural ways to tackle nail fungus, what works, why it works, and maybe trigger some aha moments for your own health.
Exactly. We're pulling together a whole range of perspectives. Think scientific studies on essential oils, ancient herbal remedies, and even the role of, diet and just basic hygiene. It's all about giving you comprehensive, actionable knowledge.
Okay, let's unpack this then. How common is nail fungus really? It feels like something people don't talk about much.
Oh, it's way more common than you'd think. Globally, roughly 10% of people actually have a nail fungus infection. And what's really striking is how it jumps up with age. Up to a quarter of older folks might have it. Plus, for people with diabetes, it's even higher, like one-third develop nail fungus, often because of circulation issues. So yeah, definitely not rare.
Wow, 10% globally, up to a quarter in older people. Those numbers are pretty significant. So clearly it's not just like a minor cosmetic thing for a lot of people. Given how widespread it is, why the big surge in interest around natural methods, especially when there are, standard drugs for it?
Well, it really stems from some valid concerns about those conventional pharmaceutical treatments. Many of the oral meds, while they can work, carry risks. Potential harsh side effects, especially for the liver, which means you need regular blood tests and monitoring. They're often expensive too, require long treatment courses, and frankly, for a lot of users, the results don't always last. Recurrence is a big frustration.
Right, the side effects and the cost.
Exactly. Whereas natural methods generally have far fewer adverse reactions, and they often aim to address the underlying issues, support prevention long term, and they're usually much more affordable and easier to access.
That makes sense. It's interesting how some natural approaches mix things up, combining different elements. Our sources kept bringing up something called care essentials. What exactly is that? How does it fit in?
Right, Care Essentials. It's basically an oil-based formula specifically designed for nail fungus. It uses what they call a proprietary blend of natural oils, the big ones being potent tea tree oil, soothing lavender, and powerful clove oil, plus some others. The idea is its multi-step approach. First, the oils are meant to penetrate the nail plate, which is tough to get to the fungus underneath.
Penetrate the now. Okay.
Second, the active compounds in those oils work to break down the fungus itself, disrupting its cell structure. And third, it aims to create a protective barrier to help stop reinfection while the healthy nail grows back in.
So it sounds like it's using these well-known antifungal oils, but maybe in a specific way. I mean, is there science saying this blend is better than just, say, using tea tree oil on its own?
That's a really good point. While individual oils like tea tree do have solid evidence, studies show it works well in about 60% of mild cases. A proprietary blend suggests they've figured out a specific ratio. A combination designed for better synergy, maybe better absorption. The science for the ingredients is strong. Clove oil, for instance, has eugenol, proven antifungal in lab studies. Lavender helps inhibit fungal growth and soothes the skin irritation around the nail. So the blend aims to optimize all those benefits together.
Okay, so assuming the science holds up for the blend, practically speaking, how do you use it
Yeah.
and what kind of results can someone genuinely expect, like week by week?
The application's pretty simple. Clean and really dry the affected nails first. That's key. Then you use the applicator brush to coat the nail, usually twice a day, morning and night. And you need to let it soak in properly before you put on socks or shoes. Consistency is absolutely crucial here.
Right. Consistency. You can't just do it for a few days.
No, definitely not. You need to keep applying it for at least 4 to 6 weeks, maybe longer, even if things look better, because the fungus can linger until the nail fully grows out. As for results, what people generally report is maybe reduced itching or irritation in the first week or two. Then, weeks 3 to 4, you might see less discoloration at the edges, where the new, clearer nail is starting to come in.
Okay, so subtle changes at first.
Yeah. Around week 6 to 8 is when you usually see more significant improvement in the nail's clarity and texture. And then 3 months or more, as the completely new nail grows out, most users report seeing a clear, healthy nail. We even saw a testimonial from someone, Maria T., who said it cleared hers in 8 weeks after prescriptions hadn't worked. And surveys suggest satisfaction rates are often over 85%.
That's impressive. What about safety, though? You're dealing with potent oils. Any precautions?
Good question. Generally, it's considered safe when you use it as directed, mainly on the nail and immediate skin. Minimal risk of irritation for most, but like with any strong natural product, caution is smart. Avoid getting it in your eyes, mouth, mucous membranes. Doing a little patch test first on your skin somewhere else is always a good idea, just to be sure.
Especially if you know you're sensitive to essential oils.
Absolutely. Or if you're unsure, just check with your doctor or a healthcare provider. And it's typically not recommended for kids under 12 or for pregnant or nursing mothers without getting medical advice first.
Okay, so Care Essentials offers this blended approach. But let's zoom in on the building blocks themselves. Our sources really highlight the power of individual natural ingredients, nature's own pharmacy, right?
It's truly amazing what's out there. Essential oils, their history is incredible. Used for centuries. Ancient Egypt, China, India, all documented using them for fungal issues. And modern science is now catching up, confirming these compounds really do fight fungal pathogens and help healing.
So what's the real aha moment with some of these? Like, take tea tree oil. What makes it special?
The aha with tea tree oil. It's this active component, terpenin phorol. It's unique because it's small enough to actually penetrate the nail plate.
Ah, so it gets under the nail.
Exactly. It gets right to where the fungus is hiding, unlike treatments that just sit on the surface. That's a huge advantage. To use it, you typically dilute it maybe 1 part tea tree to 2 or 3 parts carrier oil like olive or coconut and apply it twice daily. Studies show it's effective, especially for mild cases, sometimes even comparable to standard antifungal creams.
Okay, tea tree makes sense. What about something really common, like garlic?
Garlic, yeah, nature's powerhouse. It contains allicin. This sulfur compound gets activated when you crush the garlic, and that allicin basically messes up the fungal cell walls, breaking them down. It works against the common culprits causing nail fungus.
How would you use that?
Yeah,
Sounds smelly.
it can be. You could make a paste from crushed garlic and apply it directly, maybe cover it, or infuse it into an oil if your skin's sensitive. A popular way is a foot soak. Crush maybe 4 to 5 cloves, let them sit for 10 minutes, that activates the allicin, then add them to warm water and soak your feet for 15-20 minutes daily.
Interesting. Okay, what about apple cider vinegar? That comes up a lot in home remedy circles.
ACV, right. Its power comes from acetic acid, usually around 5%. This creates an acidic environment. Fungi don't like acidic conditions. They prefer neutral pH, so the ACV makes it hard for them to grow.
Changes the environment.
Precisely. Plus, it has some antibacterial properties and helps restore the skin's natural pH. Simple application. Mix it maybe 50-50 with warm water and soak the affected nails for 20-30 minutes daily. Lab studies back this up. You can even boost it with a few drops of tea tree oil. And there are others too. Clove, lemongrass, thyme oils all have compounds that disrupt fungal membranes. Neem oil from Ayurvedic tradition is great antifungal, anti-inflammatory. Then you have things like hydrogen peroxide releasing oxygen, which some fungi hate, or baking soda creating an alkaline environment, the opposite of ACV.
So different strategies.
Yeah, Epsom salt soaks help too, make it inhospitable and soften the nail. Coconut oils, medium-chain fatty acids like caprylic acid are antifungal and moisturizing.
It really is a whole pharmacy. Are there any of these, though, that need a serious warning label?
Absolutely. Oregano oil. It's extremely potent, contains carvacrol, which can tackle even drug-resistant fungi. It's one of the strongest natural options.
Okay, strong sounds good, but...
But it must be diluted, seriously. At least a 1.3 ratio, 1 part oregano oil to 3 parts carrier oil, like olive or coconut, maybe even more diluted. Using it undiluted can cause significant skin irritation, even burns. Start with just once-a-day application. It's not for sensitive skin.
Crucial warning.
And honestly, because it's so strong and can have systemic effects, it's really best to consult a healthcare provider before using it, especially for pregnant women, kids, or anyone with underlying health issues. Don't just experiment lightly with this one. All these topicals are great, but if we connect this to the bigger picture, really beating nail fungus often needs a more holistic approach. Addressing not just the nail itself, but supporting your body from the inside out and looking at daily habits.
Right. That makes sense. But I bet some listeners think diet is kind of secondary for something like nail fungus. How big a role does it really play?
Oh, it's huge. Diet is crucial. The big one, limit sugar. Fungi literally feed on sugar, so cutting back starves them.
Starve the fungus.
Exactly. On the flip side, load up on vegetables, leafy greens, broccoli, cauliflower. They boost your immune system and have antifungal compounds.
Yes.
And probiotics. Things like yogurt with live cultures, kefir, fermented foods like kimchi or sauerkraut, they introduce good bacteria that actually compete with the fungus in your gut.
So gut health matters for nail health.
Absolutely connected. And then certain supplements can help: vitamin E, zinc for immunity and nail structure, omega-3s. It all supports your body's defenses and healing.
Okay, so diet is internal support.
hmm
What about our external habits, like shoes, socks, nail clippers? How much impact do they have?
They have a massive impact. Hygiene and lifestyle are paramount, seriously, for prevention and recovery. First, keep nails clean and dry. Wash feet and hands well, get between the toes or fingers, and dry thoroughly with a clean towel, maybe even one just for infected areas. Wear socks that wick moisture away, change them often, especially if your feet sweat.
Makes sense. And tools.
Critical. Clean your clippers, files, etc. with soap and water, then disinfect them, soaking in 70% isopropyl alcohol for about 10 minutes works well. Don't share tools. Avoid salons if you're unsure about their hygiene. Replace old tools. And if you have an infected nail, use separate tools for it.
Good point. Separate tools. What about shoes?
Choose breathable materials, leather, mesh. Avoid plastic or vinyl shoes that trap moisture. And rotate your shoes. Give them at least 24 hours to dry out completely between wears. Also, avoid tight shoes or anything that causes nail trauma. Trim nails straight across, not too short. Pick shoes with a roomy toe box. And always, always wear shower sandals in public pools, gyms, locker rooms.
Wow, it really sounds like prevention and just ongoing care are as important as the treatment itself. It's a whole lifestyle thing.
It really is, which brings up an important point. What does success actually look like with natural remedies? And crucially, when do you need to say, okay, time for professional help? Monitoring progress takes patience. Week 1 or 2, you might just feel less bitchy or sore. Not much visible change, usually. Weeks 3 to 4, maybe you see a slight color improvement near the base where a new nail is growing. It might feel less brittle.
So small steps.
Very small steps. Weeks 6 to 12, that's often when you see more obvious improvement. Clearer nail growing out, less thickness, better texture. But getting a completely clear nail, that takes time. 3 to 6 months, easily. Sometimes up to a year for the whole nail to grow out healthy.
A year, wow.
Yeah, toenails grow slowly. That's why taking photos helps. Once a month, same lighting, same angle. It helps you see the subtle progress and is useful if you do need to see a doctor. And combining remedies often works better, like maybe tea tree oil in the morning, an ACV soak midday, care essentials, or another blend at night, plus the diet changes.
But be careful mixing things.
Definitely. Don't just throw multiple strong essential oils together without knowing what you're doing. Rinse between different types of applications. And listen to your body stop anything that irritates your skin. And know when to call it quits with self-treatment. If you see no improvement after, say, 3 months of consistent effort, time to see a doctor.
Okay, 3 months, no change, get help.
Or if you have severe pain, swelling, redness, signs of spreading infection, or if you have diabetes, immune issues, poor circulation, always best to involve a doctor sooner rather than later in those cases. Same if more than half the nail is involved or multiple nails are severely infected. Professional help might be needed. And we have to be realistic about limitations. Natural remedies usually take longer than prescriptions, maybe 3-6 months longer for similar results. Very severe infections might just need conventional medicine. And success absolutely demands consistency. Daily application, often multiple times, for months. It's a commitment.
Right, so be informed, be patient, stick with it, but also know your limits and when to get professional medical advice. That's really key. Okay, before we wrap this up, let's bust a few myths about nail fungus treatment that might actually be tripping people up.
Oh yeah, there are plenty. Myth, sunlight alone cures it? Fact, nope, needs a proper treatment plan.
Okay, no sunbathing your feet to health.
Myth, clear nail polish suffocates the fungus. Fact, it actually traps moisture, making it worse. Creates a little greenhouse for the fungus.
Ah, good to know. Avoid polish on infected nails.
Myth, bleach is a safe home remedy. Fact, super dangerous. Damages skin, doesn't reliably kill the fungus deep in the nail, just don't do it.
Please don't use bleach.
Myth, a week of treatment is enough. Fact, as we said, full treatment takes months. Easily. Myth, it'll just go away on its own. Fact, almost never. Usually gets worse without treatment.
Okay, myths busted. So, boiling it all down, what are the absolute best practices for actually getting and keeping clear, healthy nails?
All right, best practices. Number 1. Prevention. Keep feet clean and dry, wear breathable shoes, rotate them, use shower sandals publicly. Basic but crucial. 2. Early treatment. Start tackling it at the first sign: discoloration, thickening. Whether it's care essentials, tea tree, whatever you choose, early action makes a huge difference.
Catch it early.
3. Consistent protocol. Stick to your chosen routine daily. Combine things smartly: topicals, maybe soaks, definitely the diet and hygiene. Be relentless. And 4. Full recovery support. Keep treating until the entire nail is grown out clear, even if it looks okay sooner. Support healing with good nutrition, and keep up the preventive habits even after it's gone to stop it coming back.
It really sounds like taking control is possible. Just needs that mix of patience and consistent smart effort. And that brings us to the end of this deep dive into natural ways to tackle nail fungus. We've covered a lot, from how common it is to specific blends like Care Essentials, the power of single ingredients like garlic and tea tree, and the vital role of diet and hygiene. Hopefully a solid toolkit for you.
Yeah, what's really striking is you have this super common problem, nail fungus, right? And then you have this wide range of natural methods, many with pretty good success rates, reported like 70–85% when combined consistently. It really shows this accessible path to wellness, kind of bridging old wisdom and new science. Which makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other common issues might have effective natural solutions just waiting for us to, well, dive deep into?
That's a great thought to end on. We really hope this deep dive gave you plenty to think about and some practical steps for your own nail health. What part stood out most to you? Until our next deep dive, stay curious and keep exploring.
Have you tried everything against nail or skin fungus and nothing seems to work for long? You're not alone. The truth is, stopping treatments too early can make the fungus even more resistant. Care Essentials is a smart and natural alternative. A formula made with essential oils like lavender, tea tree, and aloe vera, designed not just to fight the fungus, but to strengthen your nails and skin over time. Easy to apply, no miracle claims, just consistency, science, and nature working together. And the best part, it comes with a 60-day guarantee. If it doesn't work for you, you get your money back. Care Essentials, truly care for the problem, naturally. Click the link below and order safely through the official website. 60-day guarantee included. Or simply scan the QR code on the screen to access the official website.